Hi, Dana.
Let's go.
Do you ever feel like you're a prisoner in your own mind?
Uh-oh.
I think you're a pretty rational guy.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, if you're a prisoner, if you're a rational person, it can present dilemmas.
We're doing dilemmas?
Have you ever heard of the prisoner's dilemma?
Heavens no.
Go ahead. What do you think the prisoner's dilemma is?
If you're stuck in prison and if you want to escape and get out forever, or do you risk that? Or do you just stay and take your beatings?
You're weirdly on the hunt, but let me give you the story.
All right.
You got two bad guys, two prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Both have been accused of a crime.
Mm-hmm.
The cops separate them to interrogate them individually.
Yeah.
Let's say that you and I are the two prisoners.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
They question you first. There's a couple of outcomes. If you don't rat on me and I don't rat on you, then we will both get a small sentence.
Yes.
Because the cops don't have enough evidence to pin the big crime on either one of us.
Snitches get stitches.
But they have enough to get a little bit on
Yeah.
us. If we both remain locked,
Yes.
stay solid,
Mm-hmm.
then we will both get just a little bit of prison time.
A little bit of pressure, I'm cracked.
Yes.
I'm cracking.
If you rat on me and I stay silent, I will get a lot of prison time,
Big one.
and you'll get to go free.
0.
Another outcome, you remain silent, but I rat on you, in which case we flip it.
Vice versa.
And then the final outcome is that we both rat on each other.
And we both get fucked?
We both get a good amount, but it would be less than if...
Then the max.
The problem here is that the ideal thing is for both of us to remain silent.
Yep.
But in every scenario, the rational thing to do for each of us individually is to rat on the other person.
Yeah.
You're thinking about remaining silent
Okay.
because you're like, well, I know that if I remain silent and he remains silent, he's only going to get 2 years. But then you start thinking, but if I remain silent and he rats on me, I'm going to get a lot of time.
Yeah.
So to protect against that, I need to rat on him.
Well, do we get to game plan this, or are we just thrown into a room?
We don't get to talk to each other.
Oh God. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm probably ratting on you.
You're ratting on me.
I'm ratting on you. Are you ratting on me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And it has nothing to do with our friendship.
All right. Well, then if we're throwing that out the window, I'm cracking under pressure and ratting on you.
In every scenario, we are ratting on each other.
Yeah. I've never considered this situation before.
It could come up.
What, me and you are doing a crime together?
Well, you or some friend of yours, you guys get up to no good.
No. We used to jump into fences, but that was the worst we'd ever do.
But you're destroying the neighborhood.
No. We mostly do our own fences.
And then your parents would be upset with you?
They'd be like, why'd you jump into the fence last night? We're buzzing.
Can you imagine that you're a father someday and you find out that those beautiful bushes that you planted now are absolutely destroyed?
I think
because
about it.
Your son and his moron friends were fucking shit up.
Ever jump in a bush? You should jump in a bush sometime.
I don't know that I've jumped in a bush.
Just a nice big bush you fucking cannonball in there when you're a little buckled.
I've always wondered if I were being chased by a knife-wielding maniac in my own home.
Yeah.
And I was out on my window ledge and he was coming in and I knew I only had one way.
Boom.
I'd aim for a bush.
Or when you jump into a tree, you just jump into a tree.
You can jump into trees,
what's it called? The bark? The stump. Not the stump. What's it called? The tree. What's that thing called?
Now I can't remember.
I think it's just...
You have infected me with your stupidity.
The root? The base? The base of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can jump into the base of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Try it sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This prisoner's dilemma situation presents this paradox. And by the way, this can apply to economics, it can apply to businesses, where even though the ideal outcome can be for cooperation to happen, The rational thing to do is to act in one's self-interest.
Yeah.
And so that leads to everyone acting in their self-interest, which is the non-ideal outcome for everyone individually.
It's also the paradox is snitches get stitches.
Right. So
Some people are so like, stick to their guns. I'm not going to snitch on my boy, but they might not know that their boy's snitching on them.
and their boy snitches on them, and then they end up in prison, but are they getting stitches because they didn't snitch?
They're getting stitches, yes,
Why?
because they're going to jail.
And automatically you get stitches in
I
jail?
don't know. Actually, no, they're not getting stitches because once the word gets out, everyone's like, oh, he didn't snitch.
He was solid.
He was solid.
And then once people get outside,
They'll be like, respect.
they're gonna go find the snitch.
Yes.
And give him stitches.
I'd consider not snitching.
I can see that in your life, very few people have come after you.
I have been arrested before.
What was that for?
I was 18. I was at UMass Amherst, and I snuck. It was 4 a.m. I snuck into the football stadium by myself. Sat down at the 50-yard line, just drank beers, and then I ripped down this flag that said UMass Athletics because I was like, my boy's gonna love this. And those cop lights come on, and they're like, "What are you doing, buddy?" I said, "I'm leaving the tailgate." And he's like, "It's 4:36. You're not leaving the tailgate." And I was like, "All right, you're right.
Good. All right. Well, that's the prisoner's dilemma.
Thank you for informing me.
Good luck.
Appreciate it, Franny."